You are now watching a Lucky Penny Shop product feature. Hey, it's Lucky Penny Shop, ready to check out another Easter item. It is Dudley's Doodlers, the creative way to color eggs. Colors dozens of eggs, dries in seconds, 100% pure food colors, whatever that means. Easy, no mess. Now, it looks like it's got a little paint tray. You see all the eggs on the front cover. The outer perimeter of the box is green. It was $1.99 at Kmart. What does that tell you? That tells you that this is a vintage set, and there's no vinegar needed. So it looks like you're just going to wet the coloring. I'm not sure. Almost like watercolors. And then there's, let's see, Happy Easter on the eggs. Alex. Maybe Alex is the one that made the set. I really don't know. And then there's all colorful eggs. And it looks like these are completely colored. And the pink one and the yellow egg, and then they swirled other colors on it. Now, did they paint that all on there, or did they dye the eggs? I'm not sure, but let us see. Quite a lot going on there. It says, kit contains 5 Dudley's Dazzling colors, 10 foam tip Dudley's Doodlers. They look like Q-tips. Plastic doodler tray, 10 Dudley's egg rings. Preparation, cover work area with newspaper. Use dry, room temperature, hard-cooked eggs. Tips for cooking eggs. Well, I've already got my eggs cooked. Use a large steel glass or enamel pan. Do not use aluminum or cast iron. Place eggs in cool water on high heat. To avoid overcooking, turn off burner as soon as water boils and set aside for 20 minutes until water is cool. That's almost exactly the way I did it, and it works great. And then you put the eggs in ice water for a nice ice bath. Let me see. What year? Kmart. Department 4 at Kmart, $1.99. It is, well, there's the ingredients. I'm pretty sure there was a year somewhere. Oh, 1996. So this is pretty old. So let's get it out of the box. It was having a hard time standing. All right, so let me change the camera here and we'll get this out of the box. Okay, so this year when I went Easter shopping, the 2 stores I went to, there was almost no egg kits. I found that very surprising. Do people still decorate Easter eggs? I'm sure they do. Okay, so it looks like I got to completely destroy this box. But a lot of times you need the packaging. There we go. Now this doesn't have any perforated pieces, so the rings must be in there. Usually the box is what you use for the rings. Okay, there's my trays. Nice little stand, some little orange rings. And this feels like it's still good. Except for this one, yellow. These are still soft, so they give you Dazzling color blue, Dudley's Dazzling color pink, yellow, green, and purple. They all feel good. Except for the yellow. Yeah, there's stuff in there. Okay, so we'll be able to use that. It looks like you pour it into the individual little slots. There's my little pads. Okay, where's my rings? Oh, these are the rings. These are the stands. Oh yeah, look. I was thinking it'd be a cardboard stand, but it's the little plastic stand goes under the eggs. And there's Alex back at the top. All right, and then you have your little. They do kind of look like Q-tips, except the tip is longer. Gently section the trays. All right, well, let me get these out. I just want to see one. Okay, so it's a foam tip, and then on a white stick, like a Q-tip. And they show them like that. All right. Section out the trays. Gently. Be gentle. Okay. There we go. That was as gentle as I could be. And then the stands. These are the decorating stands. I remember one year I did 5 or 6 of these sets at least, and I had a nice presentation video at the end, which was really cool, and I can show all the different decorated eggs. And I'm not saying there are none on the shelves. There was none at Five Below. There was maybe one at Woodman's that I shopped at. I didn't go to Target or Jewel. Those are the two stores I usually go. Well, I also go depending on my shopping excursions. Okay, there's all the little rings. Okay, so we have everything for the set. I'm ready to go. Let me put something down on the countertop here and we will get started. Alright, that is set. I got a little cup for my applicators. Keep them handy. They give you quite a few. My eggs, which have been sitting for a couple hours out of the refrigerator. Now it did say need the coloring. Let's just go over these really quick. Gently bend section trays at seams and carefully separate to create 4 egg holders and the Doodler tray palette. Knead each packet of dazzling color thoroughly. Pour a small amount of dazzling color in each section of the Doodler tray palette. Use the foam tip Doodlers to create your very own original egg designs. Okay, let's get some eggs out here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 4. And alright, so let's just pull these apart. 1, 2, 3. So there's 5 colorings. 4, 5. Alright, let's do this one first. I do like the packaging on there with Dudley there. And they show that the tip cut here to open. Okay. Tell you what, let me knead them all a little bit more. I'm really worried about this one. There's stuff in there. It looks like there's a leak. Aha. Well, let's see if we can get anything out of that. Nothing. I knew that one was going to be a problem. Yeah, look, it's thick. Thick and chewy. You don't want that. This is the risk you run into when you get old things that have been sitting. I got yellow food coloring all over my fingers. This one's good. I see the green in there. Yeah, that one's pliable. That one's pliable. Okay, let's just cut one and see what we get. Hopefully we get something. Cut here. Let us see. Oh yeah, that one's good. Okay. Let's stand that up over here on the paper towel. So we have the blues looking good, the pink, pink looks good, purple, purple. Let's do it this way. Purple's good. Last but not least, the green. Okay. Okay, it worked. All right, let us move the eggs out of the way. Let us use this for some inspiration. Even though I'm going to do my own thing, you see all the pretty colors. There's hearts, a little butterfly or some kind of insect, and flowers. Well, we can get something close to that. And now I've got food coloring on my fingers. Well, let's just see how these little appliques work. I'm just going to start with some dots. Right now it's blue speckles. I'm putting little blue speckles everywhere. And we'll try another color and see. Okay, I think it'd be good to put this on the base now. And then I can use the base to hold the egg. It says it dries quick. I'll put a link to some of those really cool, I think it was 2 years ago, I did so many sets. Some vintage, a few new ones. I don't really have a playlist just for egg decorating kits. I probably should. Okay, I gotta leave some room for some other color. So I'll set that one there. Let's grab another little applicator. Didn't it say it dries almost instantly? Let's see. Somewhere I thought it said dries. Oh, cover work area dries in seconds. It dries on your finger in seconds. Because it soaks into your skin. The little stand is nice. Gotta remember to leave room for the other two colors. Okay. Let me do this. Move these closer. Give you the better perspective of the egg. Let's get these little fellas out of the way. And then we will zoom into the egg so you can see it better. All right. Color number 3, the purple. Purple. Didn't leave much room. Right there, I want one. Right there, right there, right there. My guess is that it dries in seconds if you're painting it on and not dabbing it on. So I'm not going to touch this one. It's a nice, vibrant, bright color. Now the green. Let us top off our egg. See it on my finger? That's dry. Because it's soaked into my skin. Stays on the stand pretty good, even though I'm putting pressure on it. I almost just want to take what's left and pour it over an egg. Maybe the last one I'll just scoop it all on. All right. Got a pretty good mix of color there. That is egg. Number one, slide it across. Egg number two. Let me see if I can put a shape on it. How about some circles? Oh, almost eyes, but that's not what I'm going for. Thick. Oh, that one's soaked in. The applicator tip is mushy. Let's switch it out. Okay, now the blue. It feels mushy also. Yeah, let me switch it out. Trying to leave room for my finger. Ooh, the green ran there. See if we can correct that. Okay. And what if I just take like the red and the purple this one. I need to squeeze one more circle on the top of the egg where my finger's been. See if I can squeeze one in here. There we go. Let's see, we got a little dab of blue in there. Got it, and I think I'll just go in different spots to kind of add color. I like it. Got a good run there. I missed. So basically I've got 2 spotted eggs now. Those look like eyes right there. Okay, that is number 2. Nice and bright. Number 3. Now, what could I do on number 3? How about just some squiggly, how about some lines? Start down here. Whoa. That's okay. We're going to follow that. See, when the tip is saturated, you get a thicker line. The egg and back is slowly running. Okay. I have a feeling we're going to start, unless I go super thin, which you can. Look at that applicator. It is definitely not dry. It's hard to move the egg now. Gotta have something right on the top. Don't think I can tilt it back without touching it. Alright, well, we're going to leave it like that because I want to see how long this takes to dry. This one here is starting to get a drip here, drip here. Alright, let's do this. Let me grab something I can just put coloring all over the top of one egg and droop it down. We'll see how that looks. Let me grab a plate. I'm going to leave that. And I'm just going to do one of those I don't know what you call. Let's get these out of the way. It's definitely not dry at all, so I'm going to have to let these sit for a while. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, look at that, perfectly centered. We're going to take, let's take the green. It's going to turn out to be one dark color, I guess. Now the bleu. Let's do the bleu. Oh, the others didn't come out that fast. No control. I'm not squeezing it, I'm just tipping it. How's that? There's no name for that egg. Alright, well, let me let that sit for a bit. Maybe I'll put it in a fan. I do have 3 more, but I don't have any more stands. If I can get them onto these stands, then I'll be able to do a few more. Let me see. Let me move this one out of the way. Definitely not touching that one. Okay, if I think I grab it real low. Got a little bit of the blue on my finger. Let's see if I can grab this one. Whoa. Yeah, I'll do it over here. Okay. So I have 2 stands. And there's an egg. Looks like one of these is, I'll do the 2. I like the dripping technique, but how do they get the whole egg a solid yellow? Did they paint the whole thing? Let's get this back in here. Purple. Pink. Green. My fingers are covered. Blue. Let's just see if we can do another sort of snake. Well, that was the blue. I accidentally dipped it in the purple, but it gave me a new color. Now I'll do the green. It's hard to put pressure on the egg because it's moves around this stand. Let's just do the top, the tippity top. See what I mean? They all emanate from there. Little squigglies. Alright, we'll make this the last one. Well, I might as well make my standard LPS egg. L, There was a video where I was doing an L and I did the L backwards. P. S. I've been practicing my cursive. Let's see if we can do it on this side. Let's grab a new color. I think this is the cursive. L. Looks terrible, but there. It's not it's capital cursive. My fingerprints. Now I'm just making little pressure swoops to fill in some of the color. Okay, there are my eggs. I think what I'm going to do is put these on a fan. So let me clean up. Let me see if I can get this off my fingers, and I will come back after they're dry. Fan is running. That last egg, oh, it looks pretty cool, but it's going to be hard to move. And it has a furry texture to it. Whatever was in the coloring is furry. See the furriness on the top of that one? Yeah, see, it's leaking through. There was so much on the bottom here. I'll show you all the coloring that made it to the bottom. Alright, little cleanup. I'll let these dry a little bit and I'll check back. Okay, I'm moving them off the glass top and they have dried pretty good, so I can grab them now. There still seems to be like the bigger wet spots there, but the stuff that's soaked in is dry. And it hasn't been long enough for me to wash everything. And this one still has issues. Let me move it to a new stand. Don't want it on the tabletop. Okay, and then this one. This is behind the scenes video preparation. Let me get this out of here. And it's all washed off really good, so no issues there. And my hands pretty much came off my hands. You can see a little residual here and there where I touched one of the eggs, but for the most part they came out clean. So the goal here now is to get the eggs aligned. So you can tell me your favorite. Ooh, I hit a wet spot. It almost has like a glassy, crisp coating to it. Okay, now we can center that better. You could take a look. I will turn off the fan. Act like none of that happened. I'm coming back now. And I've just prepped everything like you saw, but you didn't see all that. And now I'm back. All right, there you go. What do you think? I'm quite happy with how the set works. I don't want to say, well, I do want to say, I like it better than the dipping, because that is a lot more stuff you got to get to do that, with all the little cups, and then the vinegar, if you want to use vinegar in the water. You could just decorate them freely. Now I'm going to crack one of these, but I want to give them a second to kind of take it all in. Here, let's zoom in. Let us zoom in real close. We'll start with the egg on the left. That's my spotted egg. Next to the PS. Next to the LPS egg. Next to the drippy egg. The circles. And then the egg with these swirls going all around. And then the egg, the pour-over egg, we'll call that. I really like the one on the far left. The spotted egg. That one is my favorite. Well, which one do you want to crack open? I want to see if anything has bled through. Sometimes if there's little cracks in the eggs, you get the bleed through. The one I like the least. I think I like this one the least. Let us crack that one. I do like hard-boiled eggs. And I'm wondering if... I bet most people don't ever crack the egg. It just sits for a week or two on the countertop somewhere or a display, and they never really eat them. I can't tell if that's from my fingers. I think that's from my fingers. I don't think it bled through. Yep. That is from my fingers. Look at that. Well, I'm not going to eat that one because of that. I just wanted to crack it open and see. And I think I made it worse. All right, well, there you go. I did crack one. My least favorite. That is the Dudley Doodlers from Kmart. Back from 1996. And it still worked, except for the yellow. That little hole in the pack. Either way, I do appreciate you watching. And this will probably go live on Easter. So you have a wonderful Easter day. And thanks for watching. Later. Oh, and that's 2025, depending on when you're watching this video.
If you're looking for the item you just saw in the video, click here. Watch more videos by clicking here. Don't forget to share on social media and give a thumbs up.
Hey, LPS-Dave.
What's up, Butch?
Make sure they don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah, please click here to subscribe to Lucky Penny Shop. And always remember, when you see a lucky penny,
Pick it up.